It's just nothing like a Hellcat. I say it all the time.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So over the past year on YouTube, we have seen many rebuild projects ranging from cars that only cost a few $100s to Goon Squad's legendary Lamborghini Huracan rebuild and many in between. The most popular car by far to rebuild has been the Dodge Challenger Hellcat.
We did purchase a 2017 Dodge Hellcat.
Alright, here it is. 2015 Dodge Challenger Hellcat.
Welcome back to part 3 of the Hellcat rebuild.
Welcome back to the Nico Brothers. I'm Ivan.
And I'm Mike.
And today we're working on the Hellcat.
A month ago, I bought this.
In this video, I will go over what I think are the top 5 Hellcat rebuilds we have seen and try to cover the highlights of what made each rebuild unique, as well as any information we can find about the car, such as purchase price and quick damage breakdown. I enjoyed watching all of these rebuilds for the same reason I rebuild my own cars. It's really exciting to see a car that has been deemed not worthy to repair by an insurance company due to damage that isn't cost effective to repair be restored to its original state before the accident. These cars can be purchased and repaired inexpensively if you do the work yourself. That's why I enjoy rebuilding cars such as the Scion FRS and Audi S5 I have made videos on.
No, there's no saving this door. This thing's destroyed. Try to push this out and maybe hammer this part out. I thought this might have had some damage, but it's perfect. So now that my 2013 Scion FRS build is fully complete, time to move on to my next project. This is an Audi S5, 333 horsepower, supercharged. This thing's fully loaded with everything. I will continue rebuilding my dream cars that I otherwise wouldn't be able to afford on my channel. So if you'd like to keep up with those, make sure to subscribe with notifications to not miss those. So this top 5 list is in no particular order, but one rebuild stands out the most from the others, so we will save that one for last. Because Goon Squad was the first channel to introduce a Hellcat rebuild to YouTube, let's start with their first. Using autoauctions.io, I will provide a link in the description to this website. We can see that Goon Squad bought their 2017 Hellcat for $22,500. The damage on it was relatively minimal, however it still sustained damage to a frame rail which needed repair and a few replacement parts on the front end and a rear quarter panel replacement and blown airbags. What made their rebuild unique is the speed at which they got stuff done and did everything to 100%. A lot of time rebuilds require so many little pieces that it takes a long time to get them done. Next up is Alex Rebuild's Hellcat. This was a 2016 with damage to the front but had damage on the roof and was overall another labor-intensive repair. Alex Rebuilds also made a really good video with a really good price breakdown for the entire project.
Was $3,300 and the framework was $600. All right, so the total came out to be right around $33,000, not including some miscellaneous pieces that I had to buy and to pay the taxes to get this thing registered. So it's a 2016 Dodge Challenger Hellcat and it ran me right about $33,000. Obviously it has a salvage title, so it is going to be worth a little less than a clean title, and I think the clean titles are going for around $41,000. So let me know what you guys think, if this project was worth it or not. Now before the buyer gets here, let's go and have some fun.
What made this rebuild special to me is that we were shown what this car is capable of with lots of burnout footage filmed in Mexico. A lot of times we aren't shown enough of these cars after the rebuild is complete, so I was happy to see that. Next up is Condor buildz Hellcat. This thing was bought for $18,500 and had major frame damage to the front. And what I found the most interesting about this build is how they were able to replace the frame rails, which is something I was unfamiliar with. They did a great job of showing how they were able to do so.
So now we can easily work on the frame here. Easy. So there's that frame rail.
This build showed the most common way of rebuilding such damage. It also had blown airbags, which are not only expensive to replace but very labor intensive, so it was nice to see them showing the process of replacing the dashboard airbag. The seatbelt airbags were deployed too, but those are inexpensive to repair by sending to Safety Restore to repair and save a lot of money as opposed to buying new ones. Next up is the Hellcat we've recently seen Judah's Garage rebuilding. This is an interesting take on a rebuild project because it has previously been owned by another YouTuber known as Tall Guy Car Reviews.
So today I am taking delivery of Tall Guy Car Reviews' Hellkeazy. It's a 2016 Hellcat Challenger, and it's a pretty legendary car, man. I mean, he built his whole YouTube career kind of on this car, and I've been watching it for a while now. He wrecked it, obviously. And
his channel has got a lot of attention with his Hellcat videos. He even made a video briefly covering the damage before the car was sent to auction, so Judah's Garage had an idea of what he was getting himself into.
It's a total loss. The parts, the labor were higher than 75% of the value of the car.
What was like the things that they looked at in here that was like, okay, this is total?
This rail is bent. You can see right here.
Yeah, and that's the frame?
Yes, the frame basically it's like the rail frame. It always it goes all the way down to here. So this is damaged, that's damaged. This is pushed in from here. This is replaced. This is one piece, and this is another piece. This is damaged, and you see from the bolts here, it's moved. Oh. That's never been touched. So you can see right here where the white is.
Yep.
Oh well, the silver, not white, whatever.
Yeah. Because you know they're trying to correct you.
It moved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
They're gonna correct me. This is not. This is not white. It's silver. He doesn't know anything.
He doesn't know nothing about cars. Why does he have a car shop?
Yeah. My first day here, man.
But yeah, man, there you go, man.
It's moved. I mean, the insurance company feels much safer totaling it out.
Right.
You know, for both of you guys, you know, it's a good thing as long as you're okay, you know.
Yeah, safety. You know, safety first.
As long as you're okay, you can always get another car. So.
Yeah, that's crazy though, man.
In that video, Tall Guy mentions the car has frame damage in the front end, which is an important note for the rebuild process. What made this rebuild unique is the rebuilder was new to rebuilding cars and had little experience, but was not afraid of a challenge and to try new things. This was like my Audi S5 rebuild. Despite it being heavily damaged in the front, requiring more parts than any car I've rebuilt before, I was still able to complete the rebuild with very limited resources in my front yard. I like the fact that he has gone out of his comfort zone to get and rebuild his dream car. That's why I consider this to be in the top 5 Hellcat rebuilds. Next up is Nico Brothers Hellcat. Nico Brothers Hellcat was a very fun one for me to watch because this was the only Hellcat rebuild I was able to see in person before the rebuild started.
It's got front end damage, got rear end damage, got damage everywhere. But it's still Hellcat, and it's purple. What do you guys think about the color?
It looks straight, but you got to get on the frame machine first to actually do real testing. But from down here, it does look straight, but this bar looks bent. This side is nowhere near as bad, but still, yeah, you definitely. But dude, this is a nice.
And we got 2 red keys.
They definitely know what they're doing. I can't wait to see it. I'm subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, like, share, subscribe to the Nico Bros. DIY Gang extended family now. Let's get it.
The quarters could have been repaired with just some framework and body filler, but they went all out to make it perfect by replacing both quarter panels, which is something I enjoy with their builds. They don't cut corners even if it means spending much more time and money on the rebuild. As you may have expected, the last one on our list and certainly the most epic is DIY Gang's Burned Hellcat rebuild. This completely burned to the ground shell was bought for $4,950. This was a 9-month rebuild process, which is right about on target as far as how long it was predicted to take to rebuild. The amount of time, effort, and money spent on this rebuild is not worth it at all financially, but that's not what this rebuild was about. It wasn't supposed to be a flip for profit, rather an extreme example and portrayal of what is possible in the automotive industry as far as rebuilding and restoring a car. I initially thought that the rebuild would be limited to only the body panels present on the car itself, but a parts car was purchased to ensure that it was as perfect as can be. This did bring the total invested into this car to just under $30,000.
The grand total of everything comes out to $35,492.16.
Truly a remarkable accomplishment on YouTube because no one has ever been brave enough to attempt anything like this before. This rebuild has shown the extent of the term anything is fixable. For that reason, it is not only in the top 5 Hellcat rebuilds, but it is by far the most impressive and epic build that will probably never be topped for biggest damage repair. So that's going to be it for this video. My next rebuild will be a high performance German car, so leave your guesses in the comments for what it could be. If you want to see that, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on and leave a like on this video, it helps out the channel a lot. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you guys like Hellcats and want to see more Hellcat content, I definitely recommend checking out Omina Hellcat's channel. He's got a really nice car collection with a bunch of Hellcats as well.
This ain't a vlog, this is a car tour, let's go. All right, so here we got my 2017 Platinum F350. This is a 2019 Corvette. And it's actually a Grand Sport, I don't like the Z06. Now this is a 2019 Ram Rebel, 2019 Gladiator Rubicon. Now this is the reason why they call me Omina Hellcat. When I made my first $1 million, I bought 2016 Dodge Hellcat. And it's in mint condition still. This car is a beauty. When I say a beauty, sitting on some 22s, but this one right here, somebody can offer me $250,000 and I won't sell it. Not for this one. Maybe for the other ones, not for this one. It's a 2019 Hellcat redeye. It's just nothing like a Hellcat. I say it all the time. 17 Hellcat, so I got a 16, a 17, and a 19. This is my 2019 Lamborghini Urus. This is the 2019 Mercedes GTRS. 2019 Type R. Oh no, this is a 2020 Huracan, I'm sorry. Now this is a 2019 Aventador. 2016 Huracan.